Flipside 2015 is the third edition of Flipside. This year we have broadened the scope to include other parts of Latin America. And it will always be very largely a Brazilian-inspired festival, of course. And a very special pleasure to introduce our author this morning, Fisha, historian, investigative journalist extraordinaire. Fisha came to the first Flipside in 2013, and since then he's been researching his latest book, Nemesis, dividing his time between the UK and Brazil.
A lot of people went to Rocinha to buy drugs from the outside. And this was rather different from the other favelas in Brazil. Rocinha seemed like a cool place to be, and I was interested in finding out why. In particular, after I was visiting in 2011, this happened. So in November 2011, there was an extraordinary arrest, much of it taking place live on television. And this was the man who was being arrested, Antonio Francisco Bonfim Lopes, name of Rocinha. It was rather like the O.J. Simpson chase in the United States. Everyone was watching it. He was considered the most wanted man in Rio, and some people claimed he was the most wanted man in all of Brazil. And I was fascinated by the sort of theatre and spectacle of the event, particularly since there were 3 different police forces attempting to arrest Nem at the same time. And at one stage, 2 of the police forces actually drew their weapons against each other. So keen were they to arrest this man. So I went and tried to discover who Nem was and why he was so important. And I learned that Nem of Rocinha had been in power in Rocinha as the head of the drugs cartel since 2006 through to 2011. That's 5 years. Now, believe me, in the life of a drug cartel leader, to be the boss of a favela as big as Rocinha for 5 years is quite extraordinary, because nobody usually lasts that long.
You have said that it will be your only novel,
yes,
which I think is very sad. What's that about?
No, because I don't know how I did it. It's a problem.
O Fim é romance sobre 5 amigos que são da geração que eram jovens ali na Bossa Nova e que têm 80 anos hoje em dia, apenas 2 sobrevivem, e é sobre a vida deles e as 5 maneiras que eles morreram. Então, é um livro que conta as 5 mortes desses 5 velhos mal comportados do Rio de Janeiro.
I don't know if I'm able to force a story towards the end. That's my problem now. But I had the 5 deaths. So that was something, and I'm missing this now. Do you know how you will end?
Yes, I usually do. No,
it's a professional.
You sketch them out.
It's a writer.
Well, it's a matter of, I start with the theme, always.
Mesmo como atriz, não existe a zona de conforto. A questão do se reinventar, ela é cotidiana para o ser humano. Eu acho até que é muito mais fácil, a juventude é muito ansiosa porque você não sabe se você vai dar certo, mas você está se inventando pela primeira vez. Com a idade, se reinventar é muito difícil. Então espero me reinventar ainda muitas vezes, assim, até para continuar viva.
So this year we have some Mexican writers, some Mexican art, Brazilian art as well. And the music is more of a combination of many different styles and countries.
Ótimo, porque como é um festival família, apesar de não ser a base, a dança, a música, as pessoas vêm com os filhos, então se aproxima mais do que a gente quer que seja a comunidade dançando junta. Nas minhas aulas tem mais participação de estrangeiros. Aqui, quando vem algum brasileiro que está curtindo, mas tem mais a noção só de samba mesmo. Então, sempre se surpreendem quando a gente está trazendo um lado a mais da cultura brasileira.
I think this year we have many more children's events. Which we're very keen to do, more children's literary events, and we brought the children's events inside, not outside in a tent, because it's better here, because it's too distracting to be in a tent, especially if it's raining or blowing a gale. We haven't had a focus on Brazilian, say, political or economic situation. We haven't been focusing on that in particular, but I think if you heard the Michiglene's talk this morning, it gives a very good account of history of Brazil and the reason that things have been as they have been and are now as they are, which English people wouldn't know at all, and that I think is very valuable. I have been involved with some competitions in the past, and they seem to me to be a good way to give an incentive to people who are thinking maybe they were right, maybe they weren't, and they kind of want to, but they don't know how to start. And the competition says, I could do something for that, and that's one good way of provoking people into doing some writing and giving confidence.
Os festivais, na verdade, são uma das poucas oportunidades que a gente tem de estar conhecendo o trabalho dos nossos outros amigos, de estar podendo fazer outra coisa que a gente não tem tempo, né? Então, em um festival como hoje, eu pude ir conhecer o trabalho da Fernanda como escritora.
Eu não sei como eu escrevi esse livro, eu não sei se eu sou uma escritora, assim, mas eu tenho vontade de escrever outro, porque é uma experiência maravilhosa.
Então, para mim é ótimo poder sair da minha zona de arte e poder trocar informação com outras áreas.
We learn as we go along, really, and things change as each year goes by.